guys are having an amazing day, just like I am. But yeah, today we're react to the APU Quickie timeline on today's video. APU, he works at the Quickie Mart all the time, and then he's been working there for years, yeah. Then he got married to his wife and had a lot of children, and then cheated on his wife, yeah. But yeah. And also, thank you for the new subscriber that subscribed to the channel. And yeah, man, really appreciate the subscribe, bro. And yeah, make sure to like, comment, subscribe to them kids. Instagram, TikTok, Twitter. I'll put this is our video. And like and subscribe. It really support out the channel. And let's get to it, guys.
Just letting you neighborinos know that you can pre-order my book, Simpson Secret, on Amazon today. The link is in the description below. Ahoy hoy, it's Lydia here from The Simpsons Theory. APU Nahasapima Petalon, yeah, I had to pronounce it someday.
Yes, he's been working at the Quickie Mart for years.
Owner, as well as a proud father of 8.
And he has so many children.
As an immigrant in a foreign country,
he has so many
success
kids.
With hard work. But he's got a life too. When he's not defending his store against robbers and high school bullies, you can find him at the bowling alley with the pin pals, or putting out flames as a firefighter.
You ducks are really trying my patience. But you're so cute.
In today's video, we'll be diving into his rockstar career, his marriage to Manjula, and the octuplets. So without further ado, this is the complete APU timeline. Now, it's impossible to talk about APU without bringing up his controversy and Hank Azaria's decision to step down from voicing him. It's a complicated situation that I won't be getting into. But if you're interested in hearing more, then check out the video in the iCard, because in this video, we'll be focusing on the in-universe timeline of the character of APU and not the behind-the-scenes stuff. Now we've got that out of the way, let's begin.
Let's get started.
APU's early years and life in India. In India, APU grew up in a Brahmin family, living with his parents and brothers until coming to America. In the series, we only meet one of his brothers, Sanjay, and Sanjay could often be seen.
We actually saw him
on
some episodes.
In the Quickie Mart. When APU was just 8 years old, an arranged marriage was set up by his parents and their friends to wed their third daughter. And so APU's path of love was paved.
Oh, that was him when he was a kid.
A bit later on, APU was a student of Maharishi Mahesh Yogi, an Indian guru known for developing and popularizing transcendental meditation. During this time, he also became a vegan and met Linda and Paul McCartney, and he became, in his own words, the fifth Beatle.
Oh. Sure you were, APU.
Coming to America. APU was a gifted student and the brightest mind amongst the 7 million other kids at
he graduated
university. Therefore, he got accepted for graduate study in the USA. Upon his arrival into America, he enrolled in the Springfield Heights Institute of Technology and was taught by Professor Frank. After 9 long years, he completed his PhD, and his thesis led him on to create the hardest and the first in the world tic-tac-toe program, just in time for Alberto to ruin. During this time, he took a job in the Quickie Mart to pay off his student loans. This is a job that would surpass this reasoning.
He has never left this job, He's never left this job.
Stayed as an illegal immigrant. It could be suggested that he stayed in this job.
I wonder why he didn't leave. I wonder why he kept working here.
A shame, as a mind like that could have solved so many of Springfield's problems. It's an understatement to say that APU is completely committed to his job, but he did take a super quick break to party with Sanjay, and he even took one even earlier in the mid-80s to travel around the world with his band the B Sharps. The B Sharps was a group that consisted of Homer, Barney and Skinner, and their smash hit Baby on Board catapulted them into stardom, and they became so popular that they even named their second album Bigger Than Jesus. But stardom also led to APU having to hide his heritage from the press upon the advice of their manager.
Isn't it true that you're really an Indian? By the many arms of Vishnu, I swear it is a lie.
After this big stardom, the band unfortunately disintegrated.
Yeah, the band had quit, They had quit.
Good, honest work.
How much is this quart of milk?
$12.
But do not fear, Apu brushing shoulders with the likes of Paul McCartney and singing sensation Barney Gumble influenced him to pursue more musical ambitions, as he and Homer would later form a new garage band together called Covercraft.
Yeah,
And his amazing voice later led him to join the 80s glam rock band Sunglazer, where he got stuck into a contract which was a bit fiddly. But after feeding them some dodgy hot dogs, he reformed Covercraft and played to a sold-out arena.
He's actually doing pretty
If
good,
you
not
enjoyed
gonna
the
lie.
video, then please consider subscribing to the Simpsons Theory. Only 13% of you who watch my videos are actually subscribed to the channel, but when you click that sexy red button, it lets you know that you like my videos and recommends my channel to more and more people. So thank you, I really do appreciate it. Anyway, back to the video. Becoming an American citizen. Apu originally came to America on legal terms, but years later he was now an illegal immigrant in the land of the supposed free.
It may astonish you to learn that
Oh.
I'm an immigrant.
But Apu's American dream burst when a bear wandered into town. This bear launched Springfield into panic mode and the creation of the Special Bear Patrol and a further $5 tax increase.
Bear Patrol tax $5. What? This is an outrage!
And of course the public were absolutely fuming and so started another riot to cancel this extortionate tax. To appease the mob, Mayor Quimby shifted the blame on illegal immigrants. Therefore, the Springfield government initiated the referendum called Proposition 24 to kick out all of the immigrants from this city. And Apu had no choice but to turn to the mafia for a new personality.
Apu was the only illegal
$2,000 for a
immigrant.
fake ID, stating he was the
He was
son
like
of
the
American
only illegal
Julian
immigrant in, like,
Nassapima Petalon from
Springfield.
Green Bay, Wisconsin. I guess Fat Tony wasn't feeling too creative that day, but alas, this new life didn't bring Apu the happiness he craved, and all the flags, cowboy hats, and facts about Nicole Kidman and Tom Cruise couldn't heal that wound. This is because Apu values his heritage, so he couldn't just ignore his entire culture.
Look at me! I betrayed my Indian heritage, sir!
Therefore, Lisa suggests that Apu should take a test to become a legal American citizen, and Apu was sure that he couldn't possibly pass this test as Homer was his tutor. But let's not forget that Apu was the brightest student in Caltech, so he passed with flying colours and started his new life as an Indian American.
Today I am truly an American citizen.
Although Proposition 24 passed in the end, Apu was already a citizen, so he was A-OK, unlike Willie.
Really? Nah.
Grits.
In a lazy town full of Homers and Wiggums, Apu is the hardest worker in Springfield. He loves his job despite having the most
Like, he
dangerous
always
town.
works
He is robbed
at the
daily,
Quickie
and
Mart,
Apu
you know.
admitted to being shot
And, like,
8
whenever he
times
gets
in
robbed, you
1
know,
year alone.
he gets so
As a
frightened.
result, I almost missed work. Crybaby.
Loyal to his company, he didn't hesitate to jump in front of a bullet for a fellow Quickie Mart worker. And come on, admit it, you thought Mole Man had it bad. But you can bet that bullets won't stop Apu from working 7 days a week and restocking expired food. Whether that be changing the date on a milk carton or 5-year-old ham. That is the Quickie Mart's policy after all, but they do draw a line at getting caught. As when Apu was caught selling a George crusty wiener, he was fired from his beloved job.
You can no longer wear this name patch.
And so he lived with the Simpsons for a short while. And
Oh yeah, I
try
do
to
remember
hide
that
it,
one. He
Apu
got
missed the
fired
Quickie
from his
Mart.
job, you know.
He lied to us
And
for
had to live with the
long.
Simpsons.
I hate when people do that.
In order to get his job back, he needed to seek out the Quickie Mart CEO. So he and Homer travelled all the way up to the top of the Himalayas to visit the world's first convenience store. When they arrived, the CEO said that they could only ask 3 questions, and in typical fashion, Homer
I wonder
spoiled
how long that
everything.
took.
Are you really the head of the Quickie Mart?
Yes.
Really?
Yes.
You?
Apu did eventually get his job back when he saved the life of fellow Quickie Mart worker James Woods, and all was right with the world once more. But Apu has a bit more going on than the Quickie Mart. He also runs the official Halloween headquarters, which is a seasonal pop-up shop, and bowls with his mates the Pin Pals, with Homer, Mo, and Otto. He was so good, in fact, that
And I'm
he was
not gonna
also
lie,
asked to join the
he was actually good
Stereotypes
at
bowling
bowling,
team
too.
Oh, they begged me to join their team. Begged me.
Apu's love for his convenience store is something bigger than workaholism. It's the true love of his life.
Man,
That
I
was
do remember that
until
one. He had
Manjula
kept that
came
old man
along.
in the freezer.
Apu's arranged marriage. Apu was in the prime of his life and a true ladies' man when his mother decided that it was time for her precious boy to finally tie the knot. But Apu had very different plans. As an educated bachelor with a business of his own, Apu attracted
What?
many
He's
women.
going out with
And I mean
Millhouse's
many.
mom.
In fact, 5 single ladies of Springfield paid $926 just to go on a date with him.
Why?
Moly.
Bruh.
But with the arrival of a letter from his mum about his arranged marriage, he panicked and asked Homer for advice. In a harebrained scheme, hopefully not plucked from Homer's balding head, Apu pretended to already be married. This life fell apart when his mum came to America to meet her son's apparent family, consisting of pretend wife Marge and kids Bart, Lisa and Maggie. At first, Apu's mum bought the lie and she accepted Marge as her new daughter-in-law. That is until Apu's mum
No.
put Marge and Homer in bed together.
Marge, how could you?
Oh, Apu, give it up.
With the secret now out, Apu's mum made preparations for Apu's real wedding. Although initially depressed about the arrangement, he soon changed his mind when he first set eyes on Manjula on their wedding day. Hubba hubba.
Yep, that's the
It
girl
turns out
he
they
married.
have
That's the
lots in
woman he
common
married.
too, so they decide to give it a go. I mean, there is the choice of divorce.
God bless America.
Although his initial reluctance, Apu became a very loving husband. He arranged so many sweet surprises for Manjula, such as getting Elton John to sing for her and coating himself in chocolate.
Oh, God, my ears are filled with nougat. Oh,
Why won't my fiance do that? Apu's really big bundle of joy.
Look how many
Many
children
newlyweds
they are,
dream of having
dude.
children
Like-
someday, and Apu and Manjula were no different. But they had some troubles with conceiving, so their friends Homer and Marge helped them by slipping Manjula a few fertility drugs. And bada bing, bada boo, the octuplets were born into the world.
Pooh, you should have seen your face when they showed you those babies.
At first, Apu and Manjula, with the help of their many sponsors, were doing just fine. But when a woman in Shelbyville gave birth to 9 children, Apu and Manjula lost all help and were
What?
left alone with their kids and
On the
their
same
mounting
day.
diaper bills.
9
As a result,
children.
Apu was tired and he dreamt of dying. And the only way out of this ocean of despair and stinky, stinky diapers was to give the children up to Mr. Kidkill, the owner of Springfield Zoo.
Please, please, Larry. Larry Kidkill.
Tired and desperate, the two signed over their babies to him and the kids were put into a show for the public. But Apu and Manjula soon realised their horrible mistake, so Apu and Homer had to break the kids out. Of course, there was a penalty for breaking out the kids, so Homer had to become a part of the show to help out his friend. But this wasn't Homer's first rodeo at the zoo after all. But even though Apu loved his wife a great deal, there's no such thing as a perfect marriage. And Apu cheated on his wife by sleeping with the squishy lady Annette.
Oh
When
yeah,
Homer
he
had to
actually
return a
loved
beer
that
can, He
lady.
caught Apu doing the nasty with Annette in the back room. Marge forced Homer to
Oh my
confront Apu
God.
and make him confess to cheating on Manjula.
Man,
but
Apu was
chickened
cheating
out,
on
leaving Manjula
his
to witness
wife.
the act on the store security camera tapes. Apu moved out of their home and lived a miserable life. Homer and Marge did try to arrange their reconciliation, but Manjula wanted that good old American divorce. But after meeting with an eccentric and evil lawyer, she decided to give Apu another chance. But she didn't let him go too lightly. To make up for his wrongdoings, Manjula gave him a long list of things to do to win her back. And Apu did everything on the list, becoming a New Yorker published author, changed his name to Slime Q Slime Dog, and performed My Fair Lady with an all-octuplet cast. They still have issues, but Manjula and Apu decides to move back in together to heal their marriage. Apu's
Oh
later
yeah,
years.
this is
Even in
actually a
his later
future
years, Apu
episode
is still running the Quickie
when
Mart,
Apu was
but at
like
least he has
old
his
and his
pre-teenage
kids were like
kids to
growing
help
up.
him run the business, mostly by bullying his employee Bart Simpson.
Yeah,
Still,
but that's not
flash
the
forward
one
again
I
another
was
couple of
talking about.
decades,
It's
and
the
he
other
now
one.
has to deal with an upgraded robotic snake jailbird. But do not fear, Apu and his children are armed to the teeth in order to fight
That's
into
the
their
one right there.
store. That's a lot of effort for squishies and girly mags. Back at home, Apu thought he would finally get some peace and quiet with his 8 children now grown and finally out of the house. But each of his octuplets
Yeah, but he has
had
more
octuplets
children.
too. So Apu, ever the busy grandpa, had to look after 64 grandchildren.
Oh my
Now we don't know how
god.
Apu dies, but apparently his
Ooh.
head will find its way in the Head Museum in the year 3000. According to Simpson's wiki, you can see his head in a jar over a few episodes of Futurama, but I'm not sure that's him personally.
I actually didn't even know that
But
was
what do you
him.
guys think? Let me know in the comments below, and also let me know your theories on how he may have died. But for now, that concludes the entire timeline of Apu, and in the words of the esteemed Quickie Mart worker,
Thank you, I'll come again.
and finally, I'd like to say a big thank you to my group of Flying Hellfish members. We have Timothy, who else for Zane, Liam, Charlie, Sean.
Well, that's it for today's video. Hope you guys enjoyed it. So yeah, that's all. That's the whole Apu Quickie timeline reaction. And yeah, this one was good. You know, Apu grew up, came to America. He got married, had like a lot of children. Then in the future they grew up. You know, yeah, those kids grew up fast. You know, man. And then he cheated on his wife. And then she gave him another chance, but man, a lot was going on. But anyways, so like, comment, subscribe, in case something came to subscribe, whatever. Put this down with the video, and peace out, guys. Enjoy your day.